going, just keep going, going. What do we do? We go, go. Dobro večer. Yay! Dobro večer, Divine Pisces 222. It is Monday, November 15th, 2021. Happy Masculine Monday, everybody. There. So I'm going to do the Divine Masculines reading today. Just a couple of quick things while I'm finishing up my shuffling here. So I did my free webinar on releasing trauma bonds, codependency, and abusive cycles, clearing the way to manifestation, whether that's manifesting your person, whether that's manifesting your abundance, whatever it is you're trying to manifest, you know, how trauma actually affects your manifestation, and how to tell whether you're in a trauma bond or actually in a soul connection. So that went live and it went really, really well on last Saturday, but it is still up. The replay is still up, so you can still go check that out. I'm going to leave it up probably until the end of the week. So that you all can take a look. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to post those questions in the comment section, and I will respond as quickly as I can. Guys, a lot of stuff coming, a lot of changes happening. Also, I have something that I've been working on that I actually kind of soft announce in that live also. So if you guys are interested, go check that out as well. And if you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, a lot of stuff coming, guys. I'm going to have a big announcement also on Saturday, so just stay tuned. And let's get this Masculine Monday reading started. All right. So first card out here I use. Now, I am noticing, Femme, if you have a toxic masculine or you know, someone that you release or that you've been trying to release come back into your energy or come back physically, like actually trying to contact you and things like that, just be aware that that is actually going on across the collective right now. So anytime you cut a cord, or anytime you release a cord, or anytime you start moving away from a toxic energy, whether that's, you know, an actual person or like a job or anything like that, you know, it's like, again, I kind of talked about this on the live where when you argue with a narcissist, anytime you poke holes in the narrative, or anytime you actually strike a nerve or anything like that, it's like they come after you double, right? It's like they double down, okay? Because a narcissist will never admit that you're right, ever, right? So when that happens, like if you start moving away from that kind of energy, what happens, it's almost like, and I envision, it's like it tries to grab you and pull you back. Now, some of this is like, it's energetically, it's like an attack. It's like that cord that's kind of pulling you back, a karmic cord, whatever you want to call it. But also some of it is you. It's resistance in releasing yourself from that situation. There's still like some sort of like guilt that's keeping you there, okay? So some of you may have actually a masculine who maybe you released or you've been trying to release, who was actually not a masculine, who was actually a karmic cord or a karmic connection or a trauma bond or whatever. You've been trying to walk away from that and release that, and it's like they just keep coming back. Okay, so the group of masculines that I'm picking up on today, I mean, it's like they're starting to really feel that disconnection, and they're really confused about it, number one, okay? Number two, it's like they're used to it, so now that it's gone, it's like, oh God, you know, the control is gone, the manipulation is gone, the comfort is gone, okay? So this particular group of masculines right now, it's like they are, yeah. See, and this says abundance, but see, look at that. It's like storm, okay? So spiritual awakening, Jupiter is expansion, Jupiter is spirituality. Jupiter is also abundance, but in this particular case, it's really like this is actually like a big fissure or a big like split that's happening with their say awakening. Basically, this is like a tower moment for them, okay? And so what this is doing, you moving away, Femme, if that's what you did here, you know, it's actually say abundance. It's actually made them feel like they're losing, Okay, so the abundance here, it's really actually in the reverse, the way that I'm reading it here, okay? And just so you guys know, like, I'm an intuitive reader, guys. I'm not a literal reader at all. So, you know, I usually go with what it shows me. And what I noticed first was the storm, okay? And so when you think of Jupiter, you do think, like, a lot of times of the big storms that are always happening and things like that. It's very tumultuous. It's not a very peaceful planet at all. It's always like, you know, rumbling and stuff like that, you know. So that's why I was feeling that. And some of you, some of this is coming in. It may actually be an awakened masculine or somebody who is going through awakening as well, okay? Let's see here. Yeah. And so you have the masks coming in here too. So again, I like the fun house thing kind of going on. See, it says fifth house creativity, but again, I'm going with the images here. And the images here are telling me it's like there's a split in the consciousness. There's a split in their consciousness. They're like, oh my God, I don't know. Like, okay, so we're at the split, right? It's like I realize, like, I have been playing games. Now, for some of them, yes, I have been playing games with my masculine or my feminine. I have been playing games with myself. I have been playing games in my life. I have been playing games in my job, in my vocation, in my communication, whatever it is. It's like, oh my God, I've been very duplicitous. And some of them are starting to realize, yes, they have been incredibly duplicitous, that they have been multifaceted and facetious. And some of them are starting to wake up to that, and it's like, well, what do I do with that, right? And you can either move through the transformation and actually make that change within yourself, masculine, you know, and you know, you can't do anything about the past. You can't. Regret does not do anything for you except keep you in a victim cycle, right? But you can make a change. Like if there's something that, you know, and I'm actually getting, okay, so some of these masculines, what they've been doing to feminine has actually happened to them, either from feminine or from other people, possibly a family member or a karmic partner or something of that nature. But it's almost like what goes around comes around. So it's like they're getting their karma. And now they're sitting there going, oh my God, I just realized, you know, that this is the way I've been treating my feminine. Oh my gosh, this is why I've been, you know, why I have been feeling so confused, right? And it's like, it's because I was using my feminine, or I was using so on and so forth. Okay, so again, masculine, you know, sitting there in regret is not going to change anything. All right? So you can either embrace this transformation and make those changes to yourself and say, I decide I'm no longer going to accept this behavior from anyone else or myself, because it always starts with you, right? And then move forward. Or you can just, you know, stay in your cycle and keep going round and round and round, okay? Yeah, this is kind of like Wheel of Fortune to me. So what I feel like is happening here, masculine, you're at it. The crossroads, the point, the turning point, the fork in the road where you can choose which path you want to go, okay? It's right here. This is it, okay? And it's not about good or bad. It's not about right or wrong. All of those things are relative at this point. This is just about what reality do you want, masculine, okay? Do you want one of abundance? Do you want one of playing the fool? Okay? Or do you want one of, you know, freedom? Do you want to make the change? Or do you just want to go back into your shell, or go crawl back under your rock and what you're used to, because it's what you know, even if it's not right for you, or if it's not good for you, or whatever. Again, relative, right? If it's not for your highest good. All right, so that's the decision that you have to make, masculine, and that's the crossroads you're at, right? All right, let's take a deeper look at masculine, see what's up here. Yeah, 2 of Wands. So it's like, well, decision time. The masculine's like, I'm not ready to make a decision. Like, masculine's just like, I almost feel like what masculine is doing here is waiting to see what somebody else does. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm feeling here. Yeah. Okay. Not ready to make a decision on what's for his highest good, and what, you know, would be the integritous decision to make. And of course, when we talk about integrity, it's really about being authentic and being true to yourself. And I feel like right now, again, it's like masculine's just, realizing just how inauthentic he's been, he, she, whatever, has been. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, see. And, again, it's a choice, and the choice is between being authentic or clinging to one's illusions. Okay? And also in this picture, or I'm sorry, in this depiction of the moon here is the feminine. So I also feel like masculine is, this particular group of masculines, they have a choice whether to be the authentic masculine for their particular feminine, if that's what they want, or to choose the illusion that they're currently in. Okay? And some of them it's like, that's it. That's exactly what I was going to say. Feel defeated because they feel like they've already lost their feminine here. And again, and I think that, this came up in last week's Masculine Monday as well. Masculine, you made your choice. It doesn't mean you have to stay in this energy, though. Like, you can still get out of this energy. You can still make peace with what quote unquote went wrong. You can still make peace with your past. You can still bring it all together, and you can still resolve your karma with whoever, like whether you're in a karmic situation or you're with a soulmate or whatever, like, or even with a job, you can still resolve that karma. Not all is lost just because you quote unquote lost your feminine. I mean, and then you got the Queen of Pentacles here. So again, some of them it's a karmic partner. Some of them it's like they chose their karma. They chose their karma over their feminine, and that's part of the reason why maybe some of you femmes are having communication from a masculine you released, whether that's in the astral space, whether it's in the 3D space, whether it's a message, whether, whatever it is. Again, it's like they're kind of regretting their decision. Yeah, the Three of Cups. So they're kind of regretting that decision. And it's like they kind of want to go back to... What did I say here? They want to go back to what they're used to. Okay. They want to go back to what they're used to, which was being in the third party situation where you were just kind of like, the side piece or whatever, but the karmic was the one that they chose, but they felt like they could have their cake and eat it too, right? By being duplicitous with you and being duplicitous with their karmic situation. Right? But we know how that worked out, don't we? Right? Masculine, you can't. I'm sorry. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. And I said this last time. I said this last week, masculine. Like, you made your decision. You gotta deal with it. You gotta move forward. But again, it doesn't mean you have to be in misery. Make peace with your karmic situation. If you lost your femme, if you lost your femme, make peace with your karmic situation. Fix your karmic situation. Again, the labels don't really matter. Fix your current situation. If you're with a soulmate, or if you're in a family dynamic, or something like that, and you're mourning the loss of this other person who was there for you for a long time, who supported you for a long time, but you decided, you couldn't reciprocate or step up for whatever reason, no judgment here. It's just that you can't sit there and pretend that you're the victim. Okay? Femme's not the victim and you're not the victim. Nobody's a victim here. That's the point. Get out of victim mode. You don't like something about your current situation, change it, but you change it for you. You don't change it for someone else. And the same thing I tell femme. You do the work for you. You don't do the work for them. Okay? Now, you doing your work, if your femme walked away, you doing the work may bring your femme back in somehow, but that's really neither here nor there because you're doing the work for you. But masculine does. Masculine feels abandoned. Masculine feels out in the cold. Out in the cold. The irony. Okay. And see, this is what I'm talking about with like karma. And I tell, I talked about this also on Saturday, but it's just like, if you are deciding you no longer want to accept certain types of behavior in your life, masculine, you have to go back and look at what you've done that may have mirrored that behavior. So if your feminine ghosted you or your feminine walked away, why don't you look in the past, see how many times you did that to your feminine or even just to someone else, maybe not to your feminine, maybe to somebody else. and go back and forgive yourself for that. And say, no, I'm not going to accept this behavior with myself either. I'm not going to do this anymore. And set those intentions. Okay? And then follow the process and trust the process, masculine. Okay? Because it's like you may think that by you crawling back and playing the victim to your femme, whether energetically or not, whatever, is going to bring her back. I'm sorry, you've got another thing coming. Okay? So break that cycle now. You have the opportunity to do that. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. You know? You don't have to. You don't have to stay there. You don't. That's what I mean. Like, that's just confirmation for me. You don't have to stay there. Okay? Yeah. Boom. There you go. Step up. Step up, the Hierophant. Step up, masculine. Step up into your masculine energy. Do something about it. Okay? Like, you chose a particular reality. So therefore, you know, the only thing you can do is move forward. But if you don't like that reality, change it. Change it. Okay? Yeah. Change it so that you can move forward. Okay? But move forward. Move forward. Just keep going, masculine, okay? Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Going. What do we do? We go. Go. Sorry. Okay, that was my inner Dory coming out. All right, let's do some messages from masculine. See what's coming through here. I'm trying to be accountable. Yes, I know my ego's in the way. Yes, it is. Masculine. That's why you keep spinning your wheels. You feel like you're spinning your wheels. Please give me another chance. Again, femme, you might have your masculine coming back in here. But see, it's like feminine's kind of, I feel like, you know, at a point where she doesn't trust masculine anymore. Yeah, I want to see you, but now is not the right time. I can't offer you anything more right now. But I want my cake and I want to eat it too. Please. I love everything about you. I'm healing old issues. Good. Okay. I do want you. Don't doubt it. Okay. Just words, masculine. I regret the way we left things. Remember what I said about regret. I'm overwhelmed. I'm going to get one more. Oh, apparently I'm getting two. I don't know how to have a healthy relationship. Clearly. Okay? Your words hurt me and I know mine hurt you. I'm sorry. Do something about it, masculine. Come on. Okay? Let's get some messages for masculines, from masculine's higher self to him. Okay? So this is for you, masculine. Time for rest, self-care, rejuvenation, and retreat. So again, take some time and figure out what it is you want. What is the reality you want, masculine? Because you're exactly where you need to be right now. There's no need to rush it. Okay? Make the decision for yourself which reality you want. Stop the mind chatter. You're going to be safe no matter what happens. Everything's going to be fine. Okay? But within a few months, you know, you may not feel the same as you do now. And I feel within a few months, masculine, the choices that you've made are really going to be solidified. You know, I talked about this with, group on Saturday as well. That, you know, talking about what's going to happen. Like, it's like we're at the point where you have to make your decision on which reality you want. Okay, once you make that decision, it's like the door's closed. That's it. You can't go back. Okay, like you can't. Once you red pill, you're done. Right? It's the same thing. You can't go back. Like once you've made that decision, you can't go back. Right? And then by the time, you know, early next year, it feels like whatever reality you chose, that's where you're going. That's it. Okay, so it's a very small window. All right, so just know that, masculine. Whatever you choose, it's gonna be solidified. Okay. balance your lower chakras and get out of that fear energy. Stop repeating the trauma. Stop repeating the cycles over and over and over again. You have a chance. You have a chance to turn it around right now. Okay? Get some messages from source for you. Yeah. Guilt, shame, and deep remorse over past actions and words are hurting the situation. So again, masculine, get out of guilt, shame, and remorse. Because all that's going to do is keep you in that lower vibration, and then you're not going to be able to feel like you can get out. Okay, so you can get out. All you have to do is move up into that acceptance energy. Okay, there's an energy. Acceptance is an energy. It's a vibration. It's just above neutrality. It's literally the first step to getting into the higher vibrations is acceptance. I did this thing. I don't want this thing in my life anymore. I am accepting that I want to change. I am making the decision to change. I am making the decision that I will not accept this in my life anymore. Boom. There you go. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't even see this. So yeah, acceptance. So moving out of this energy and into this energy. So accepting yourself and others as they are liberates patterns of resistance, making you open to flow. And that's true, because when you accept something for, even just accepting something even just for today will lighten your load significantly. Okay, when you accept something, it doesn't mean you're condoning it. That's completely different. Okay, for some reason people like to think those words are synonymous, and they are not. Accepting something does not mean condoning it. Okay? And also getting into a realization energy where you accept something happen and you solidify it happen and you open up to someone else and tell somebody your story. Okay? That is an acceptance energy, because you're accepting it happen. You feel comfortable enough to open up to somebody about it. You've accepted it. It is what it is. Okay? Don't let somebody make you feel guilty for telling your story. You telling your story, actually, is a great step out of victim mentality, because you're acknowledging it. You're putting it out in the 3D. This happened to me. Or I did this. Okay? All right? So just know that. Don't let anybody make you feel guilty about things that you've done in the past, especially yourself. Forgive yourself. Okay? Lessons of Jupiter. So Jupiter coming up again. Align, demonstrate, and express the values and beliefs you have learned out about love. Yeah. So that's also changing right now. Like the belief systems that we all have surrounding love and what that means are basically how we show love, but also how we put conditions on love. All right. Be open to the new ways. The results are healing and expansion. So again, Jupiter, expansion. Okay. Yeah, so if if you're trying to connect with your feminine right now, she hears you, she sees you, she feels you, okay? Very strong telepathic communication here. Yeah. And this is just solidified here. Now, this could also be like if you're with a karmic partner or something like that. Karmic partner, again, those labels don't really matter. But if you're with a soulmate right now, okay, you're also clearing a lot of karma with that particular person as well. Okay? All right. So many lessons to be learned. All right, I'm going to get some affirmations for masculine as well. Yeah, I am unapologetic about what I desire and trust what I focus on will grow. So don't feel guilty for the things that you want, masculine. Don't. Okay, hope is the conduit for miracles. Meaning don't lose hope. Hope is always there, okay? Faith is always there. I surrender to a power greater than me. Yeah, surrendering. Another way of looking at acceptance is surrendering too. Just releasing, it's like, okay, so I'm accepting today that maybe things didn't work out the way that I wanted to today, or something of that nature. Maybe you put a lot of work into something and it's like it didn't come to fruition today. You know what? I'm accepting that today. It's fine. It's fine. I accept that there's nothing I can do about today, right? That's surrender. You're saying, okay, you know what? It was a bad day. That's okay. It was a day that, wasn't my greatest, or I wasn't 100% today. That's okay. I surrender. I give up. It's okay. Do you understand? Does that make sense? Yeah, I choose love no matter what. Because loving yourself even when you have a bad day is important. Okay? Sometimes it'd be like that. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. So again, bringing love into the situation now. Masculine, get out of fear. Okay, move into acceptance, move into love. When you choose, and I said this so many times that it just kind of feels like a talking point at this point. It's like, as long as you choose love, as long as you are in love, when you choose yourself, you can't go wrong. Now, if somebody comes at you and says you're selfish or whatever because you choose yourself, that's their problem, not yours. Okay, so just release that. It's not your problem. It's theirs. Okay? All right. I hope this helped. If it has, please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. I'll see you guys on Feminine Friday.